Hello and welcome to video number 2 of the day. I hope you are all doing well. This is Danny's press conference and it was a good one. I thought he did really well. He looked absolutely shattered, but 2 away games on the bounce makes sense. You think about going to Brentford, going to Portsmouth. They asked about penalties and he said it was good practice for the pens. He said we'll just wait and see what happens. He doesn't make his players go looking for him. He doesn't like make them look for small touches. When we get them, we'll see what happens. He said he wants to make sure the crowd get rocking in the next game because the two teams who are very strong for this game. And I think someone I think Jack turned around and said this to me when he was talking about the press conference with me. He was saying how I think he's just getting people used to the fact that it does get a bit dark and quiet, light and stuff like that. It changes. The atmosphere does change a little bit, but if we can get them back to rocking crowds, it'd be helpful for the players. He's been talking about how he'd been having tactical meetings and trying to figure it out and saying how the players have now got used to that now. Some of the meeting can be 20, 30, sometimes 40 minutes long, and it's trying to make sure we get the structure right and making that we get the basics right as well. And they'll have meetings about what happened in this game, and then they'll go on to how we can improve this, and then they'll have one about, like, say, set pieces and stuff. So it's good to see that's where we're going. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting that they have these big meetings. He spoke about how when we're coming back from the games, he said it's good to see that we can do that. He said we say little things at half time to try and get them back into position. It's more detail, small adjustment, and see if we can go better. See if the pressure that we put on can be improved. See if we can demand and see if we can get in the right direction. Which is interesting because it's something you don't really think about. He spoke about a question got asked to him about Chris Pally, the MBE. He lit up when he got asked the question. Well, I liked it. He said it was a big achievement and accomplishment. He's helped with the culture, he's helped with the coaching on and off the pitch, and they just want to make a good environment. He said he was very pleased that he got it and he deserved it. Alex Miller got his question in before. He said Danny was very much like, got some much sleep then, Alex? And Alex kind of slept the night after, I think, the Pompey game. I think he slept the night after, so he was trying saying how sleep's just not available, but he also went, I've got a toddler, so what is sleep anyway? It was a good joke between them. I like it a lot. He got asked about Icky and how Icky's doing, and he's getting better. He's on the grass now, which is good. He's doing better, and it looks like he's getting closer to being able to get back into the team, but it's a day-by-day thing. He got asked what the relationship with Max and Marv was like. We're basically saying now they're going there, but what the advantage of having two left-footed players? And he said they've got a really good relationship. It's good to have two left-footed players. Play some good balls, and it helped that they're getting to know their position. But he also said that there's a relationship there now, that they actually are really good mates, so it really helped with it. And you could see that in what Johnson said, where he said it allows him to go a bit further forward. And at first, it did feel like it was a bit strained, that it wasn't working, they weren't on the same wavelength. But now after a couple of sessions training, and that you can tell that they're really working well. And it does help having another left-sided player, like we said earlier today. Having someone who can just slot into that position will help a lot. He spoke about the derby coming up and say Alex was saying there's a little bit of a feeling. He said it's really good, it's big. We know it's a big game, it's a special game. He made it sound like it's something not expected too much in Germany, which was interesting. But he said hopefully we can take a good points from the next 2 games, and then we can look forward to the derby and go for it. And you can tell he's really, really looking forward to that game. And he spoke about how they got 2 away games back to back, and we got 2 home games. He's speaking how, yeah, the away games are a struggle because then you've got to do the travelling. You've got 5 hours on the coach, and then you've got to try and figure out if you can be able to get a training session. He spoke very heavily about how it ruins the rhythm of sleep for the players. So that changes. So everything changes. It's bit that you don't think about. You don't think about the rhythm of sleep. You don't think about how much travelling that is back to back. So in theory, that should help us a little bit. There is a bit of rest time from the game to on that Sunday, because we've got Tuesday games, both of it. So we've got a bit more rest time. So it'll be interesting to see there. He got asked if he's still learning. So he's always learning. He's always trying to do well, because he's still a new manager. He's done a lot as things as assistant, but he's still learning. So he always goes, can I improve this? Can I improve this from a coach? Where can I improve the players? I like that. I like that a lot. It's really good to see. He got asked about loan players. So he was asking about Mackenzie Maltby, saying how well he's doing at Scarborough. So he's having a really good spell and doing well. But he was saying how he beat to Bailey and Tech Bailey and said he's doing well. It's nice to see that there's a relationship, and checking how Bailey's doing and saying just keep doing what you're doing. It seems like he speaks to a lot of the loan players to find out how they're getting on, and the youth team players, and they spoke about how Sean and Gabrielle did really well, and it may be something that might look at getting them out on loan in January possibly, just to try and get them playing men's football and getting a bit more of that kind of experience needed. I like it. And he spoke about those two, said it's great to see them doing well and playing well, and they play well in the cup games and they're improving each time. It helps him figure out where the next load of players are going to be coming. And he spoke about the Watford game. He said how Watford at home really good, and I really just wanted to say when he said how Watford doing away, in my head I was just wanting to crap. But he did say they're not great away from home. Really struggle. But he said they play on big moments. They get moments and they take it away. They can be out of a game for all of a game and not get anything, and then they just have one moment, they take it, and then they get 3 points or they manage to get a draw. He said we've got to be wary of those moments what turn up for them, and we've got to try and play our game and just be ready to attack and do well. And it was a really good press conference. There was an interview from the Sun. I'm not covering any of it because it's all stuff we've heard about anyway. It's just that 6 months ago people had asked him and stuff, so it was just odd. It was odd questions, and I'm just not covering it. But Danny was really good, looked knackered. But Watford at home, we will have a debrief tomorrow night. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking out the argument, sharing gets in front of people, face it, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live or live streams happen. Debrief tomorrow night. There'll be Watford preview tomorrow as well, and then we'll be pushing on to the Watford game. And then on Sunday it'll be the Talking Wednesday podcast at 1 p.m. So please join Dex and myself for that, and we'll see you soon. But let's see what happens. Should be a good weekend. Hopefully you can get 3 points.